a game this year.
And there's a lot of players out there right now that are averaging over 10 rebounds a game.
Yeah, so players like that, I like to get, especially at the power forward center position. Although if there is a star center, if there's a center that passes, that's kind of where you want to go. Marc Gasol, DeMarcus Cousins, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, get those extra assists that normally wouldn't
I
get.
mean, those are the good ones. Although Rudy Gobert with the block shots is really nice. So I always try to get, like I said, 2 or 3 really big guys and then try to fill it out with some medium guys. If you're going to play like a 50-50 though, if you just get like all solid players, you're probably going to win your 80 cents or 250 or whatever you're playing for. Just play a bunch of players like Mike Conley, who still get no respect even in something like this.
Yeah,
but you can play like him and Danilo Gallinari, like players like that are just going to get you. They're all going to get you 30 points, and I mean you're going to be able to. You'll be in the top half of your.
They'll
pool.
fill their role.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be in the top half of your pool. So if you want to play stuff like 50-50s or multipliers, that's probably the way to go.
All right. So who are you looking at specifically tomorrow?
So tomorrow, I'm definitely. I mentioned a couple. I'm looking at Al-Farouq Aminu just because of how he's been rebounding. He only costs 5,200, and he is averaging over 10 rebounds a game, and that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's really good. Actually,
he's good defender, so maybe some steals.
He can get you some steals. He honestly hasn't scored like that bad. Like he's been a pretty decent scorer.
Yeah. He's been hitting some threes.
Which is kind of crazy to think about.
Kind of weird.
He had like 0 in the first few years of his career. So he's someone looking at the power forward position. At center, I always like Robin Lopez because
good rebounder.
He does everything for the Bulls. So I mean, especially they go to him early in every game. I mean, he's always like shoots their first 5 or 6 baskets of the game just because they all stink. I mean, let's be honest.
That's actually kind of funny to think about that Robin Lopez is their feature player.
Yeah, except for Markkanen, who's come along, but other than that, nobody else shoots.
Would a player like Markkanen be safe? Because how do you feel about going in on rookies? Because they're kind of like up and down. And
Lonzo Ball, I feel good about. I picked him a couple of times just because he is doing everything immediately. Yeah. He always has the ball in his hands, always.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen has been a really good rebounder. I actually haven't picked him yet just because I'm kind of scared.
Because as a rookie, like you're afraid of like maybe they'll have like one of their bad games, or because like rookies are bound to have bad games.
Absolutely,
it's going to happen. So it's kind of like maybe shy away from rookies.
I
someone like Ben Simmons, you could probably pick up.
I think the only rookies I've played are Ben Simmons and Lonzo Ball.
Yeah,
I mean the only ones I really trust because they always have the ball. Even players like Jason Tatum could go off for 45, 50 points. They could also go for 18 to 20, which is not what you want out of somebody who costs $7,000 on FanDuel. Taurean Prince has been another sleeper for the Hawks. I mean,
another good defender, and their roster's kind of depleted, so they kind of have to go.
That's another big thing.
Another thing to go look at is like, okay, who else is on their roster? Even if this player's like not necessarily a star, like he might have to shoulder a lot more load scoring.
Yeah, find somebody who's going to play 35 minutes a game, even if that costs like almost nothing.
Yeah.
I think last year for a while when Zach Randolph wasn't playing, they put JaMychal Green in. He would start and play like 35 minutes, and he cost almost nothing, but he would always be on the floor, so he'd always be able to get you a little bit of something. So players like that really help. But Giannis is playing tomorrow, so I'm definitely playing that. DeMarcus Cousins is playing tomorrow. I'm probably playing that too. So
yeah, that's 2 people that you can pencil in for a few assists. Probably close to 10 rebounds, if not over 10 rebounds, and around 25 to 35 points.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to probably put up 60 fantasy points each.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be really nice having both those in my lineup. They do cost a lot. I still can't believe Mike Conley's only 7,500. It's so stupid.
Well, don't put out the secret. Just keep it to yourself.
Damian Lillard costs 2,000 more than Mike Conley does.
And he's had a kind of a rough year.
That's unreal. But yeah, so those are kind of my small picks. Any Hawks player with Dennis Schroeder not playing tomorrow night, you can basically pick any other Hawk that's in the starting lineup and they'll do good.
Yeah.
Kent Bazemore would be one I would look at.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on daily fantasy as opposed to like your traditional fantasy settings, like you draft a team and go throughout the entire year?
Yeah. Well, I started it last year with football, and last year I lost. I think 3.
Football's a big one because like you draft these teams and then especially with running backs, like It doesn't. Running backs do not stay in the league. One year they're going to be a star. The next year they're just going to be taken. Like their spot's going to be taken by someone else that impressed.
It's insane. I think last year I did some research on it when I was doing some research for this. Is like I think 16 running backs lost their job last year by the end of the season. I mean, that's half. So every 2 running backs you draft, you're going to lose one. Either he's going to get hurt or lose his job by the end of the year.
Yep.
So that's what kind of started it. Last year I had a fantasy football team. I lost, of my top 7 draft picks, I think 4 or 5 were out for at least 4 weeks.
Was that our fantasy league?
Yeah, in our fantasy that we did last year. And I was like, well, this is stupid. Like, I'm sick of putting money in and losing my guys for half the year.
And I was really lucky that season, but I've always, and Trevor knows this, I've always kind of hated normal fantasy. Like, one injury happens and you're just like done for the year. Like, my star player's gone.
And you lose interest, you know?
Yeah, you just like, no, I'm not interested in trying to, salvage this and trade all these pieces. I like the drafting portion, so I like for daily fantasy. It's not necessarily a draft, but you do it's more like a picking up free agents kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fun, and I mean you get to kind of play around,
mix and match, salary cap it.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it, salary cap too. So that's kind of what got me into it. And then once basketball season came around, I was like, I'm just gonna give this a shot, and I mean I was hooked pretty quickly. It's a lot of fun, so I enjoy it. I'll play some of the small stuff. They give you like free plays every week, so you at least get once a week you can play for free. Just kind of get a chance. Tonight I'm trying to go for a trip to London, although I'm not doing so hot, but it's okay. That's what happens when there is 52,425 people in the.
Someone's bound to beat you. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for us today. Next week is going to be our next show, and let us know what you want us to talk about. I think we'll be probably discussing the World Series. We'll be right in the midst of that. If not, pretty much already over. Depending on how it goes. If you haven't heard or didn't see for some reason, the Dodgers are up 1-0 now. They looked pretty impressive in their first game.
Yeah, Justin Turner is really good.
Justin Turner's really good. I think we said that in our last show too.
Yeah, Astros are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th as we close this.
Okay, but we'll discuss that more as we go further into the series. And let us know what else you want us to talk about, whether it's football. We're right in the middle of the season for football. If you want us to talk more about basketball, any specific teams you want us to review, do you guys want us to do a power ranking things for the teams every 2 weeks or month, however you guys want us to do that, we can totally do that. We're here to entertain you with our useless sports knowledge.
Yeah, I got a lot of it in my brain, so if you guys want to hear anything, just let me know.
All right, guys. See ya.
See you later.